Hello and welcome to another episode of Hidden Video Game Details. In today's video, we find a couple of people having a lot of fun in Expedition 33, we put El Gigante to sleep in Resident Evil 4, and we get roasted by Spider-Man in Spider-Man the movie game. As always, if you think you know of a hidden detail or Easter egg that I haven't covered before, then let me know in the comments. And if you do enjoy these videos, then leaving a like is really appreciated. Anyway, without further delay, let's get started. Right, let's begin today's video with Doom the Dark Ages. Now, I haven't spent a great amount of time with Doom Guy's latest jaunt through the piles of demon body parts that he leaves in his wake. But what I can confidently say already is that Doom the Dark Ages really makes you feel like Spider-Man.
Coupled with gameplay that made me feel like Spider-Man nearly every step of the way.
Seriously, nothing feels better than launching Doom Guy off a ledge and landing in a pile of enemies who are more scared of you than you are of them. Now, given that the gameplay in Dark Ages is so damn good, you probably won't be spending too long in the game settings, but it's here that we can find a pretty funny option. Motion blur is something that I always turn off, and excuse my ignorance, but I have no idea why anyone would want it on. I mean, if everything is blurry, how can we admire the gameplay of Hades 2? Well, if you're one of those sick SOBs that likes motion blur, you can turn it on and select its strength. These options range from low all the way through to Ultra Nightmare. Now, I did check to see what Ultra Nightmare motion blur looks like, but personally I couldn't tell the difference, so it's probably here as a joke. Well, it's either that or I'm going blind. The other Dark Ages detail can be seen at the bottom of your screen. When playing, you can see a little Doom Guy avatar, and when you take damage, his little face will show it. It's a nice throwback to the older Doom games, where Doom Guy's pixely face would do the same thing. Well, if you head into the settings, you can choose to use the retro Doom Guy style. And just like the old days, the more damage you take, the more bloody Doom Guy will look. Like I said, I haven't really had a chance to sit down and really explore Doom the Dark Ages yet, so if you know of anything that you think I should check out, then please let me know. So it wouldn't be a hidden details video if I didn't mention my boy Sir Whoopass now, would it? I mean, I knew the game was going to have loads of things to find, because there's going to be loads to find. See, I did say that. But I'm honestly finding something funny each time I load the game up. Now, we've already seen what happens if you ignore signs in Sir Whoopass, and spoiler alert, the results aren't pretty. Well, not wanting to make the same mistake twice, I now pay close attention to every sign in the game, no matter how confusing they may be. Here, take a look at this sign and see if you can make sense of it, because I know I can't. So the sign says that the business hours of the ancient ruins are open most days as late as 9 or 10, but sometimes they close at 7, though they are sometimes open until 12 or 1. Okay, so that's confusing enough. So what time do the ruins close? Well, apparently they close at 5 or 6, though occasionally 4 or 5, but sometimes as late as 11 or 12. Now, if anyone can tell me what time this place is most likely to be open and what time it closes, I'd be really grateful, because I just had a stroke trying to work it out. Now, when it comes to games that I thought I'd found all there was to find, The Last of Us Part 1 is right up there. I love the game so much that I looked for any reason to cover it in videos, which I thought meant that I had seen it all. Well, not for the first time in this channel's history, it turns out I was wrong. Now, this first detail is so obvious I'm surprised that I haven't noticed it before. I mean, it's pretty much staring you right in the face as soon as you start the game. After waking up to a load of missed calls from Uncle Tommy, Sarah has to wander around her house to find dear old dad. I'm sure there's nothing to worry about, he's probably out golfing with friends. Well, that's okay, because what we're interested in is the back of Sarah's t-shirt. You see, many of the locations on the shirt are places you visit in the game. These include Boston, Pittsburgh, Colorado, Salt Lake City, and Jackson. Now, I did think that the names appeared in the order that you visit them in the game, but they don't. I mean, there is a very, very small chance that this is just a coincidence, but I really don't think it is. The other detail from The Last of Us can only be found in The Last of Us Part 1. The Molotov cocktail is a handy tool for taking care of enemies that particularly annoy you.
That's a spicy meatball!
But if we take a closer look at the bottom of the Molotov bottle with the in-game photo mode, you can see that it says ND061418. And if I'm honest, I'm not 100% sure why. The original The Last of Us released on the 14th of June 2013, so the date on the bottle would be the game's 5-year anniversary. But why celebrate a 5-year anniversary in a game that released in 2022? It just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, it might be the number 3, but I can't help but see an 8, no matter how I position the camera. So let me know what you think. Okay, ignore everything I just said. When I was editing this video, I went back to record some more B-roll of the Molotov, and I managed to catch it at an angle where the apparent 8 now looks like a 3. Of course, if it was a 3, it would make much more sense. But if you think there might be a reason for the number being an 8, then let me know. Now, I'm going to be honest with you all. Clair Obscur Expedition 33 usually isn't my type of game. In fact, I've never played more than an hour of any Final Fantasy game. So when a new game was released that was heavily inspired by those games, I didn't really care. Here's the thing. I think I like this type of game. I don't know if it's just Expedition 33 or if I'll enjoy other turn-based RPGs, but I really enjoy exploring the world of Clair Obscur. Now of course, the exploring is made more fun when I can find cool things to share with you lot, and quelle surprise, that's what I've done. During the game's prologue, you can take your time to explore the area and soak in the sights and sounds of Lumiere. Given that a festival is in full swing, there's a lot to take in, and there is one place in particular where someone is taking it all in. Quite literally. If you go to this building, you can hear this.
Not everyone attends the Living Wake or goes to the harbour for the gamache. Some prefer more intimate goodbyes.
So it seems that a couple of people are celebrating the festival by doing the Devil's Tango very loudly. Well, if you keep listening to the couple, eventually this will happen.
Come on, you've been listening for too long now. Made things more exciting at first, but now it's awkward. I'll give you this and you leave, okay? Just go do it together.
So after listening to the pair for slightly too long, a lady will tell you that whilst the thought of someone listening was exciting at first, now it's just weird. Which, to be fair, it kind of is. The other Expedition 33 detail can also be found in the game's prologue. For some reason, the game lets you interact with bins, and when you do it, it will say this. Well, when you interact with this bin, the wording is slightly different, which is kind of strange, but I'm sure it's nothing. Well, keep interacting with the bin, and this will happen.
Psst. Hey, you. You've been here for quite a while now. Can you leave? I don't want to draw attention to myself. I turned 33 today, can you believe my luck? Why would my parents choose the worst time? But I have a strategy. If I hide myself here, the paintress won't think of gamaging me. I've been hiding for 6 months now. So leave and don't tell anyone I'm here. Ow! What's that? It's hurting my arse. Maybe you can use it.
So inside the bin is a man who happens to turn 33 on the very day that all 33-year-olds are to be killed, which you have to admit is pretty unlucky. Not wanting to die, the man has been hiding in this bin for 6 months, which is some serious dedication. Again, not wanting to get caught, the bin man gives you an item so that you will bugger off. I mean, if I was given $1 for every time an NPC gave me a small gift to leave them alone, I'd have $2, which isn't much, but it's weird that it's happened twice. Now, when you complete a game, usually it's a cause for celebration. No, not that kind of celebration. Well, in the Spider-Man movie game, things are different. After taking down the Green Goblin in a very annoying boss fight, Peter Parker, aka Tobey Maguire, will have a few parting words.
Yeah, that's my life. Complicated. Looks like you're done now. Go outside and play.
This has to be the first time that I've been told to touch grass by a video game character, which is a strange way to thank players for completing what is essentially a very mediocre game. Right, let's end today's video with Resident Evil 4. Now, much like The Last of Us, I love RE4 so much that I thought there was nothing I didn't know about Leon's day out. But, you guessed it, I was wrong. Again. The El Gigante fight in RE4 is iconic. This big guy can be pretty tough to put down, and many of you will remember that an old friend may appear to help even the odds. Well, something that I never noticed is that after finishing El Gigante off... No, not like that. As I was saying, after finishing El Gigante off, he will do this. So El Gigante's eyes will slowly close as he lays on the floor. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, this is a tiny detail, but in a game that I've played countless times before, I can't believe I didn't notice this until today. So that's it. If you know of any cool things in games that you think I should check out, then please leave them down in the comments. Big or small, obvious or not obvious. If I think it's cool, I'll include it in a video and of course credit you like these people here. Also, thank you to all the new people that have checked out my Patreon, either using the free option or the paid option. It really does mean a lot. Remember, we are trying to reach 1 million subscribers, hopefully this year, so if you haven't already, please consider subscribing and helping me out. As always, thank you all very much for watching, and I'll speak to you all soon.